What's up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Hope all you're having a great day so far today. Getting into this episode of GH. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed this episode for the most part. The Quartermaine scenes, I freaking loved them. Chase is such a lucky ass person because let me tell you something. As an actor and as a character, he is so lucky because you are sitting in front of two legends and you get to soak up all of this GH history that they're giving you, those two characters. I feel like that's some amazing shit right there. To sit in front of two legends like Lois and Ned, and Lois recounting their history, giving you a little piece of their history, plus we're getting some flashbacks because I love a good flashback. I enjoyed that, and I'm so glad that Lois liked Chase. I never once felt like she was not gonna like him, because what is there not to like about Chase? You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not perfect like anybody else. Nobody's perfect, but when it comes to picking somebody to be with your kid, he's the best one. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're gonna pick anybody out to be with your daughter, I would say he's a good fit. You know what I mean? Like, because she could have been with anybody else. Like, she could have been with somebody like a Sonny Corinthos or a Johnny Zakara or even a Valentine Cassadon. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want that for your child. So I'm glad that she liked Chase. I'm not shocked that Ned, keeps storming out of her room, because I think he gets frustrated every time people keep bringing up the past, because it makes it seem like they keep pushing him to remember, even if they're not doing it on purpose. That's what it looks like, especially to him. That's what it makes him feel like. Oh, you keep bringing up the past. You keep bringing up the past, trying to make me remember, and I can't remember you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't remember you. I don't remember my current wife. I don't remember my daughter. I don't remember none of y'all. So I can see why he get frustrated. I can totally see why. But I don't think some of them are doing it on purpose, at this point. It's just sometimes when you reminiscing about the past, you can just go on and on for days about the shit. Especially when you had such a rich, past and whatnot. Such as him and Lois. Because they had a really crazy, complicated relationship back in the day. But I get where Ned coming from as far as like music being an outlet when you feel overwhelmed and frustrated, because it is for me too, because I love putting me on some music. Like, I don't play music like he do, like as far as being a musician, but when I put some music on, it put me in a better mood, honestly. But yeah, hopefully his memory comes back quickly, because I like the storyline, but I'm so over these memory loss storylines. Like, because that Nixon Fall one took me out. When Sonny was up in Nixon Falls and he thought he was Mike, that storyline just took me completely out. And I can't handle another one right now. Not a long one. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're going to have to wrap this one up, hopefully by Thanksgiving, hopefully. Wrap it up. So anyway, I was freaking in awe of that scene between Tracy and Gregory. I freaking love that scene between them, because 90 to 95% of the time, Tracy is a stone cold bitch. Let's be honest. But then you get moments like this from her where she showed that vulnerability, that human side to her. And she lets that guard down. And she's nice to people. I know folks wish that they was getting that from her on a regular basis, but this is Tracy Q. You ain't going to get nice all the time. You're not going to get it. But I love that little slither of niceness that you get from Tracy, because when she being nice to people, it's so beautiful to see. I love seeing her and Gregory play backgammon, because mind you, Finn used to bust her ass in backgammon too, but now she facing the man that taught him backgammon. So now Gregory's about to spank that ass. She should have known she wasn't gonna beat him. Like this, you kept losing to the man, to the man's son. Now you playing the man who taught him, and you think you gonna win? Please. But I enjoyed them. I really did. Tracy was so kind to him and stuff like that, and I thought it was beautiful that she got Yuri to take him home, and she even gave him a peck on the cheek. I said, go ahead, Tracy Q. I enjoyed it. And mind you, that was such a beautiful scene between her and Gregory. But then right after Gregory left, she went back to being a bitch. Because she got the nerve. Tracy had the balls to sit here and tell Lois, oh, you should be thanking me because it's because of me that Chase and BLQ are together. Thanking you? The balls on her. I'm telling you, Tracy is hilarious. She better be glad Lois ain't slapped her ass to the floor. Because if Lois did put hands on her right now, I wouldn't even blame her. But I think that would be considered elder abuse. But but I cannot blame Lois if she just want the right across her little face, because who in their right mind is gonna just be okay with you blackmailing their daughter like this? Like, no. What type of devil are you? Your own grandchild? Absolutely not. But I can't wait. I love me a good Tracy Lois showdown. I enjoy it. So moving on from that, I'm gonna be honest. I am so beyond Drew and Carly at this moment with this SEC storyline. I'm so beyond sick of it. I really am. I will give Carly some slither of credit on this one when I say at least she's willing to take some ownership for now of, and I say for now because we all know when Nina is outed as the person who turned him in, you know Carly gonna rail at her and you know Carly gonna blame her. But I take a little solace in knowing that Carly's currently blaming herself for this because she is the one at fault for this. You know, what pisses me off is the people around Carly. They enable her bullshit. They coddle her. Michael, Drew, sometimes Sonny, they enable the bullshit. And this is why she continues to do what she do and try to get away with it, because they enable that dumb shit. Like, she's sitting here taking accountability for this, because as she should. But here go Drew. This ain't your fault. This is the fault of the person who turned us in, because this was no big deal and they made it bigger than what it was. Insider trading is no big deal to you. And even Michael said that bullshit to Martin yesterday. Oh, it was nothing. It was small. It didn't even warrant an investigation. Are you fucking kidding me? Insider trading is insider fucking trading. Do they need to look up the meaning and definition of insider trading? Because that's exactly what Carly did. And they saying it's nothing. I don't like it because it gives that privilege. It gives that privilege that I can't stand. It's like rich people. And I don't even like to bring race into it, but it's a part of that. You know, rich white people, not saying everybody, but some that's wealthy think that they can just use their money and privilege to get away with anything. White collar crimes, whatever. They think that they could just get away with everything. You know what I'm saying? They try to use that. But now if it's somebody like me, you know, I could sit here and do the smallest of things and I would have a judge trying to lock my ass up for 30 years. This man did, you know, even though Carly's the one who committed the crime, Drew still tried to cover it up and lie about it. And he wanted to take the fall for it. So good, take the fall for it. That's on your stupid ass. You know what I mean? But don't sit here and whine when you get a sentence. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dude, you could have got 20 years for that. The judge went light on his ass. Very light compared to what he could have got. And you still bitching? And you still trying to put this off on somebody else? It's that privilege. That's what I can't stand. Don't get me wrong. You got some people, you got some black folk too that's well-to-do, that's wealthy, that try to use their money too sometimes. They got some privilege too, but it's very rare. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's very small compared to others that try to do it and get away with it. And that's what annoys me about this storyline. I'm like, ugh. And the reason I get irritated by it, and I'm not really even irritated by that, it's just, how do I put it? It's because it mirrors real life so much. You know what I'm saying? Because I read a lot of the news and what's going on with some of these politicians that try to use their clout to get away with shit. That's what annoys me when I see a storyline like this. Because I'm like, ugh. It just reminds me of the news that I watch. I'm like, oh my God. Like, y'all really trying to use y'all little privilege and money to get out this bullshit, ain't you? But I was just annoyed with it. I'm like, Drew, go back to prison and be quiet. But I will say this, another person who got balls the size of grapefruits, Cyrus Renaud. He got still magnolia balls, because I'm like, sir, to come into this hospital room and to sit there and tell Carly, oh, I hope to make amends with you. Amends? Bitch, you tried to have her whole family killed in one day. And you really think you're going to make amends with her? Oh, I would have took his ass out right in that hospital. Damn the cameras. Now, if you really want to commit a crime, that's the crime to commit. I'm just saying, I would have took him out. Like, sir, you try to pop me and my entire fucking family. You try to wipe us off the face of the fucking earth. And you think you're going to make amends with me? All because you done found religion? Sir, you found religion because after I'm done with you, you're going to meet God personally. You're going to meet that man in person. I'm just saying. You try to take us all out in a day. Not only just me, but my kids too. Oh, bitch, you got to go. That's unforgivable. He tried to whack her children. Not don't you know? If I was a parent in that situation, if I was Carly, I would be honest. You know, trying to have me killed is one thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a big person. You know what I'm saying? I can handle that. But you try to wipe out my seeds. You know what I'm saying? People I brought into this earth. You try to wipe their ass out. That's a no. No, we forever gonna have beef. You know what I'm saying? That's how I would take it. We forever gonna have problems. Like, he got some balls coming in there. Oh, well, I'm the one who saved Drew. Sir. And here go Drew. Oh, I didn't know that. You fucking doofus. It's a lot of things you don't know. And Drew is... You know, I'm a fan of Cameron Matheson. But they did him no favors putting him in the role of Drew. No favors. Because a character that I once liked, played by the late, great Billy Miller, I really have no use for this character anymore. Not a twinkle of a use. Like, sir, you can go. Somebody dig up Victor Cassadine or his goons and tell him, listen, you can have him. Put him back in his cell. Put him back into Cassadine Island and hold him there till Jesus come back again. I'm just saying, because I have no use for Mr. Drew. Just dumb. I'm like, sir. And Austin, he annoys me too. Because I'm like, dude, we had a deal. Let Ava go. You still on that train? Honey, that train done left the station. Sir, the train done left the station. You have no more bargaining chips here. You had none to begin with. And again, not only does Mason put Austin in his place, Cyrus is doing it too, letting him know. Do I need to remind you who the fuck the boss is? Do I need to remind you who in charge? I'm like, Austin, what's not clicking for you, Mr. Austin, sir? What's not clicking for you? You tried this with Mason. You keep trying it with Cyrus. They keep telling you the same exact thing. You're not in charge. You do what they tell you to do. Okay? That's what we do here. So anyway, I'm glad my boo Ava was saved and she okay. She coming home. Thank God. Lord have mercy. I wish that she would have been a bad bitch and just saved herself. I'm going to be honest. Like, I wish Ava would have just straight up saved herself. I hate that they had to have men folk come and save her. And, you know, with a little assistance from Jocelyn. But I hate that they had to have them come save her. Because Ava was more than capable of saving her own damn skin. Like, this is the same woman that went up against Ryan Chamberlain. You know what I'm saying? And lived to tell the tale. So, if you can go up against a motherfucker like Ryan... Mason is no match for somebody like Ava. Come on, she went up against Ryan. Psychotic ass Ryan. And you mean to tell me she can't save herself from little old Mason? I don't believe, that's not believable to me. I had no real faith, I'm gonna be honest, in Dex and Jocelyn. They did good. I ain't gonna lie, they did. You know, they're not the bumbling total idiots that I think they are. Well, they're close enough. But they did all right in this particular story. I give them their credit for that. A little smidge of credit. I am glad that she went to Dante and got Dante involved. Because Lord knows I had zero faith in Mr. Dex. Zero. Zero, 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 zero. And I'm going to be honest. When I see Dex, I feel like he needs a new career. He needs a new job. And I think he should go to Kelly's and go apply to be a waiter until he can figure out his next career move. Because the mob ain't for him. Every time I see him in a fight scene or pulling out a gun, he's not intimidating. He's not good at this. Even that fight scene with Mason, if it wasn't for Dante putting two in Mason's back, Dex ass would have went over that cliff if it wasn't for Dante shooting Mason. Like, sir, you need to find a new line of business because you are not fit to replace Mr. Jason Morgan. Like, you can't fill that man boots. You can't even fill up one of his black t-shirts. Or his blue jeans, mind you. You can't fill up not near none. Like, you need to go find something else to do. And I really hope that when Sonny comes back to Port Charles, he gives him the boot. Kick his ass off the organization board. Kick him out. Kick him out the organization. He's not fit for duty on this. He's not. And I'm being honest. And I like Dex. But Dex does not give me intimidation factor. Like, he's going to be going up against other mobsters. Cyrus Renault is free now. That's a problem. He was a problem in prison. He's going to be an even bigger problem now that he's free. Sonny needs good fucking people around him that are capable, that are competent. You can't go up against a motherfucker like Cyrus with Dex on your side. You can't. He barely could handle Mason. He can't do this. I'm sorry, but no. You gonna have to not unless you extensively train him. Sonny is gonna have to extensively train him if he plans on keeping him, because he's just not it. And I like Dex, but not for this. Not for the organization. I don't. I wouldn't trust him to watch my back. So anyway, Mason, I'm surprised he survived those 2 bullets to the back. I'm shocked, because I'm like, sir, if I was him, I would have been praying that somebody would have took me out, because he gonna have some explaining to do. He gonna have some explaining, because Mason really tried to go rogue. You know, sitting there talking about, oh, the hell with what the boss say. The hell with Cyrus's orders. Well, he didn't say Cyrus' name, but he said the hell with the boss's orders. I'm like, do you have a death wish? You gonna have some explaining to do on this one, because the warden already felt like Mason was incompetent. And now you done failed this and got your ass shot. Cyrus is gonna see him as a bigger, liability now more than ever. Because even the warden had told Cyrus to cut him loose. And I think this is going to be a tall tale sign that Cyrus does need to cut Mason loose. He's not capable either. He's incompetent. And I think it's time to just let him ride off into the sunset. Like either pay him to go out of town or, take him out. Put him in a pine barrel with the rest of them. I'm just saying, because Mason ain't it either. I'm sorry, but Mason can't cut the mustard. It's just too much incompetence. Like, I'm just being completely honest. It's a lot of incompetence in the town of Port Charles with these folk. But Spinelli did his thing too. I was glad that they brought Spinelli out with all his tech equipment. Spinelli's, great at what he did. So I had no worries about Spinelli, pulling anything off. But the rest of them, they can go. But anyway, that was pretty much this whole episode. Hit the comment section. Let me know what you all thought. And I will see you all later. Peace.